Emilokan and Sons Nigeria Limited by Bolaji O. Akinyemi. The overbearing influence of Seyi Tinubu over state affairs was first noticed prior to the Lekki Tollgate massacre of Nigerian youth. Who were out on a peaceful protest against police brutality. Seyi's company is alleged to hold the monopoly of right to the lighting and the camera system at the facility. Though his role or of the company was hidden from the prying eyes of the public, but its effects set the stage for what will become the worst state onslaught against peaceful and unarmed civilians in human history. They set the stage for what was to follow by switching off the lights before the military opened fire on the citizens, sending countless to their early grave. To date, lack of public transparency still traced the tragedy. The president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces at that time, who was Muhammadu Buhari, who by implication is responsible for ordering the shoot-aside of the peaceful protesters. The worst human puppet in the history of national leadership. Once you can find a narrative to appeal to his ego, you have pulled the string to get the puppet to dance to your sound. Buhari later confessed what the narrative that got the other out was. The young people want to overthrow my government. Who pulled the string on the president? Though unseen, Seyi and Father San cannot be excused from the death at the toll gate, while the yoke remains Buhari's burdens to bear. Truth has never been buried successfully if time does not reveal it. Characters will. Our king had hardly been crowned when the first son of Pastor Remi Tinubu for the president, Oluwaseyi Fumi Tinubu, the crown prince of Lagos State, and the Oluomo of Nigeria showed us their family's mission to power. He showed up in the chamber of the State House, pacing up and down needlessly during the Federal Executive Council meeting. The rudeness of his conduct not even his father could keep his pretense off. He was forced, as it looks now, against his will to openly rebuke his son. Seyi, according to Mr. President, has no business being in the chamber during the NEC meeting. Please, what business does he have to be on an entourage to Qatar? Tinubu said he will cut the cost of governance by limiting his entourage on foreign trips to 20% after the national outcry that greeted the trip to COP28 UN Climate Change Conference in Dubai. The United Arab Emirates were over 1,400 delegates and were alleged to have made the trip, and about 590 of them were sponsored by the government at an alleged cost of 885 million naira to taxpayers. Emilokan seems to be clearly defined. Emilokan Sons Nigeria Limited. The entourage to Qatar included 3 members of Tinubu immediate and extended family, 35 members of the main body who arrived in 2 separate jets, an advanced team estimated at 40 persons who also flew in a separate jet. In all, 3 jets from the presidential fleet landed in Qatar with about 70 persons, excluding flight crew of 15 persons for 3 aircraft. This president is lost to advice. He has successfully surrounded himself with yes men, sycophants, and hypocrites. No man of conscience should spare Tinubu and Sons on this. I read a friend of mine who is an APC chieftain on the WhatsApp platform of my media and friends, and I was sorry for the president and his family. He wrote, his eyes saw an insidious incident is another low for Tinubu as a leader. I was appalled and disgusted when this is coming, when Nigerians are in pain, despair, hungry, angry. That is it. Okay, about how they were governed. One can just imagine how the Qatar officials will be thinking when the president's son, who are not government officials, or known investors could be there to talk less of being introduced before the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I wish one could hear how Tinubu introduced his citizens. Would he say, "Meet Oluwaseyi Tinubu, my son, the first son of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And again, this is Oluwayinka Tinubu, the second son of the Federal Republic of Nigeria." I'm just wondering what will be going through the minds of the Qataris. This is impunity taken to the highest level. It is highly provocative and nauseating. It is disrespectful to all Nigerians. Who is democratically elected as president and not as a king in a monarchical country? It is high time people who are close to the president talk some sense into his head. He should cease from insulting and disrespecting us. There's a thick cloud over this country. No one knows the straw that will break the camel's back. If my friend was angry with the president and his son, I would not. My anger is with men who fail to lift up their heads when it matters. Led by the Honorable, can we just say in honesty, still retain any honor for men who could not stand up for their own honor? Qatar Order of Protocol is the most dishonorable one I have seen in my 57 years of life. Next to Tinubu and Sons in Order of Protocol were Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Toga, Foreign Affairs. The minister was joined on the line of shame by the elected governors of Borno and Kaduna, the Excellencies Babagana Zulum and Ubasani. The Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edo, made the line with Dele Alake. Minister for Solid Minerals, same for Nuhu Ribadu. Defense Minister, Mele Kyari. The Group Chief Executive Officer of Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, and the parrot at the Villa Ajuri in Galali, completed the line of Iwofas who filed beyond Oluwa Sheyifomi and Oluwa Yimika Tinubu. Church ministries like public ministries are held in trust for the people. Many do not understand it when we demand secession, transparency, and accountability for leaders of churches. This conduct is not different from what the attitude of our church leaders are. I want to believe that they manage the situation by not walking away from that line of protocol. I have waited to see a resignation by any of the appointees, an immediate chiding of what the elected governors were subjected to by sons of Tinubu, but I seem to be waiting in vain to see if any iota of honor is still left with these men that should compel them to resign for breach of protocol and gross disrespect to their offices upon their return to Nigeria. Dr. Ruben Abati, who studied protocol for 4 years, who wrote and passed exams according to him, asked, are the sons of the president not gainfully employed? And I also want to remind Sheyi and Yinka that they're adults and not dependents of the president. They should focus on their own careers. What seems to be a rumor before 2023 that the president Bola Tinubu wanted Sheyi Tinubu as the governorship candidate for Lagos State seems to be adding up. I think we should be prepared for Sheyi in Lagos as governor in 2027. Mommy back to the Senate for Senate presidency, and Oluwayimika can make do with the chief of staff to his father. Please don't dare say it is not possible. What have you done to the embarrassing impossibility that has become a reality in Qatar? Well, this person don't take time, This person take time. Pick out what these people do. Because this is coming from the last visit of Buhari to Qatar. After coming out and saying he's going to reduce his encourage, what did Baba do? He increased it. Do you understand? He increased it, which is very shameful. For somebody who is complaining that there is no money in the country, he should be the one to know better that every 50 kobo should be meticulously spent. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning to listen. Till I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.